to 9 Lives of Fear, where your nightmares get a voice. Have you ever caught someone copying your outfit, your hair, or even your exact makeup look? At first, it's flattering, maybe even funny. But what if it never stops? What if every move you make, every picture you post, every single thing that makes you, starts showing up on someone else? In today's story, you'll hear how one person discovered her mysterious copycat wasn't just obsessed with her style. She was trying to become her. And what she uncovered will make you rethink every coincidence you've ever brushed off. So lock your doors, and check your mirrors. Don't be surprised if your reflection smiles back when you're not. This is The Woman Who Copied My Style, my terrifying experience, only on 9 Lives of Fear.
It all started with a jacket. Not just any jacket, my jacket. A one-of-a-kind, thrifted army green coat with hand-stitched patches I'd collected from local flea markets. It was the kind of thing that turned heads, the kind of thing people said matched my vibe. I was grabbing a chai latte from the usual place, Cafe Ember, the cozy spot with the overgrown ivy outside and mismatched chairs, when I saw her. She stood in line ahead of me, facing away. Her hair was cut just like mine, choppy layers dyed auburn with black underlights, and she wore the exact same jacket. At first, I blinked, thinking maybe it was just similar. Until she turned around. Same oversized hoop earrings. Same eyeliner wings. Even the same chipped black nail polish. She looked right at me, and smiled. Not the friendly kind of smile either. It was like she already knew me. I laughed it off to my best friend Jenna later that night, calling it a freak coincidence. But even then, something in my gut twisted. I couldn't shake the feeling that I'd just met someone I was never supposed to meet. I didn't think much of it for a few days. Life went on. School. Work. Late night texting. Scrolling through my favorite horror makeup looks. I told myself maybe I was just being dramatic. Maybe she just had good taste, my taste, apparently. But then it happened again. I was walking through the art building at school when I saw her. She was talking to my sculpture professor like they were old friends. She was wearing a vintage band tee I'd literally just posted about on my style blog a week before. Same one. Same oversized flannel. Same combat boots, even down to the scuff marks on the toe. She caught me staring and gave that smile again. This time, her eyes didn't even blink. I tried to brush it off. There's no law against liking the same stuff as someone else. The world is full of copycats, right? But then it got weirder. I started seeing her more. In places she shouldn't be. At Jenna's soccer game, even though she didn't go to our school. At the underground vintage store downtown, eyeing the same red leather gloves I'd been hunting for. And every time, she was dressed like me. Not just similar. Identical. Down to my thrifted jewelry, my hairstyles, even the patches on my backpack. She wasn't copying my style anymore, she was copying me. It got to the point where I started changing my outfits last minute, hoping to catch her off guard. Once, I wore a black maxi dress I hadn't touched in over a year. Not even an hour into school, she walked past my locker wearing the exact same dress. I froze. No one else seemed to notice. Or care. But I could feel something dark curling around the edges of my thoughts. Was she following me? Spying? Reading my mind? I started taking detours on my way home. Skipping social media. I stopped posting my outfits online entirely. But it didn't help. She always knew. Always matched. I even tried confronting her once. I caught up to her outside the cafe and said, "Hey. You've been dressing like me. A lot. Why?" She tilted her head. That smile again. I like your style. That's all. Her voice was soft. Too soft. It felt like velvet with something poisonous woven through it. I couldn't shake the chill. That night, I locked my windows. I triple-checked the doors. And I dreamed of her face, staring at me through a mirror that wasn't mine. My anxiety spiraled. I started keeping a journal, tracking every sighting. Every time she mimicked my outfit, my mannerisms, even my speech. Once, I heard her quoting something I'd said in class. Word for word. I started to wonder if I was losing it. Was she even real? One day, Jenna and I were at a secondhand bookstore when she saw her for the first time. She nudged me. Hey, isn't that the girl you told me about? I turned. She was there, browsing the horror section, wearing my exact outfit from yesterday. Jenna gasped. Okay, that's straight up creepy. It felt like validation. I wasn't imagining it. But that just made it worse. I started doing research. Looking up stalkers, psychological mimicry, identity theft, even urban legends. Nothing explained this. No normal person could match me that closely. Then I found something. A local message board post from 2 years ago. Anyone else seen the girl who copies people? She starts small. Then she starts showing up where you go. Then she starts taking over. I left town. Don't let her get too close. It had no replies. No username. Just a warning. I stared at the screen until my eyes hurt. Was this the same girl? Was I next? I decided to test her. I wore an old, ripped shirt I found in the back of my closet. I dyed my hair temporarily pink. I wore 2 different shoes. Next day, she was dressed exactly the same. That was it. I followed her home. It felt wrong. Like I was crossing some invisible line. But I had to know. She lived on the edge of town in a house that looked like it had been abandoned. Paint peeling. Windows dusty. No car. No mailbox. I watched from across the street until the sun dipped below the trees. Then I crept closer. Inside, the house was filled with photos. Of me. Printouts. Screenshots. Old class photos. Pictures I didn't even know existed. And clothes. My clothes, or perfect replicas. Hanging on wire mannequins. Labeled by date. I backed away, heart in my throat. That's when I heard the floor creak behind me. She was there. Smiling. You should be flattered, she whispered. You're the best version of me. I ran. I didn't stop until I was home, shaking. We reported her. The police investigated. But when they searched the house, it was completely empty. No photos. No clothes. Nothing. Just dust. They said I was stressed. Imaginative. But Jenna believes me. I switched schools. I changed my hair. Stopped posting online. I don't wear anything unique anymore. And I always check over my shoulder. Because sometimes I see her. In a crowd. On the bus. In my reflection. Wearing the exact outfit I wore yesterday. And smiling. If someone copies your style, be careful. They might want more than just your look. They might want your life.
So, what really happened to her? Was the woman real? A stalker? A spirit? Or something far worse, something that couldn't be explained by logic or police reports? Even now, she doesn't know. All she knows is that someone, something, stepped into her life and began copying everything that made her, her. It started with a jacket. Just a jacket. But what if she hadn't noticed? What if she'd never looked up that day in the cafe? Would the woman still have come? Would she still have watched, studied, followed? Would she still have tried to take over? Some say imitation is the highest form of flattery. But when it turns into obsession, when someone watches from the shadows, waits for every post, memorizes every step, every detail, every piece of your soul, flattery becomes something else. Something horrifying. Something inhuman. She doesn't wear anything unique anymore. Keeps her hair plain. Stopped sharing photos. She no longer offers the world little pieces of herself, because she's terrified someone out there is still watching, still waiting, to take whatever's left. And yet, no matter how much she hides, she still sees her. In the reflection that holds its smile a second too long. On the bus seat across from her, wearing the jacket she thought she threw away. In the background of photos she never remembers taking. That feeling, the one that clutched her gut the very first time, has never left. You might think it couldn't happen to you. That you'd see the signs. That you'd stop it before it went too far. But you won't. She starts slow. She waits. She mimics. She studies. And by the time you notice, she's already in your life. In your world. Inside you. So take her story as a warning. If someone begins dressing like you, talking like you, visiting your favorite spots, or copying your posts, don't brush it off. Don't call it coincidence. Trust your instincts. Set boundaries. Speak up. Because by the time you're absolutely sure something's wrong, she might already be behind you. Until next time. Be careful what you share. Be careful who's watching. And whatever you do, don't let them become you. Hey, horror fans. If you enjoyed our chilling tale and want to keep the spine-tingling stories coming, don't forget to hit that like button. Your support keeps the darkness alive. Share this video with your friends, let's spread the fear together. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications, so you never miss a hair-raising moment. Join our community of thrill seekers and prepare for more eerie adventures. Thanks for watching, and remember, stay scared.